I'm Dixon. And for the application assignment due tonight, I'm going to be choosing option 1, which is, comparing, contrasting to things from the additional resources tab, and describing what I learned about myself in regards to nonverbal communication. So firstly, I'm kind of just going to go over the nonverbal communication types, which are facial expressions, gestures, paralinguistics, body language, personal space, eye gaze, appearance, artifacts, which is just objects and images. So I guess it's 8 types of nonverbal communication. I feel like everybody kind of knows what those are, but people, tend to find it hard to read people's body language and facial expressions. And the other website is Understanding Body Language and Facial Expression. So kind of go hand in hand, pretty easy to compare. Contrasting is going to be a little difficult because they are kind of, they're pretty much on the same topic. But these were the 2 more interesting articles that I read. And I kind of learned the most from these 2. Although I knew the nonverbal communication types, I didn't realize how, deep they go. I'll kind of give an example. So I didn't realize, I never really thought of it. There's cultural differences. Some culture may view eye contact as disrespectful or rude, and some cultures may see it as a sign of respect. That's just, one little thing that I picked up that most people probably didn't even realize. And there's also, this isn't what I read, but I kind of realized this. I'm not sure if it's, more so in France or just all of Europe. I'm not too familiar with, what their gestures are, but, they kiss each other on the side or whatever. And I feel like if you did that like in America, it's kind of a really bad idea. It could lead to literally a assault charge. But yeah, it's just cultural differences. People are different all across the world. We use nonverbal signals to communicate. Kind of goes hand in hand with the facial features. A handshake. Eye gestures, whatever. But I feel as if I'm a people's person, so I do know when to say certain things to certain people at certain times. Meaning, if someone's having a rough day, I typically know what to say to cheer them up, and vice versa. If they're having a good day, I know to keep their day good. And there's a time and place for jokes. And if someone really needs you, you'll know. I mean, it's just nonverbal cues. All the different types of nonverbal communication that I went over. They all play part, and it's easy to read for me, which may be difficult for other people. But yeah. As for part 2, the action plan, I feel like I'm already pretty good in regards to nonverbal communication.